Happy Valentine's Day everyone. Today's the best day to play some couch co-op games with a partner or a friend. I've made a little list of games that me and my wife have played and really enjoyed together, as sometimes I think it's hard to get a list of couch co-op games that people have played as a duo. This list is also great for the question, my player 2 isn't much of a gamer, will they enjoy them? The answer is yes. My wife doesn't play a lot of games, so imagine this list as me being a full-time gamer and her being a part-time gamer. I won't be going over the story too much when going over the games, as I feel like a lot of these really need to be experienced for the feelings. Let me know if you've played any of these, or if you've been meaning to try any of them out. You have a lovely rest of your day, and enjoy the video. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is a unique co-op game as you play off one controller. Nothing brings you closer than sharing a pad. You take control of two brothers on a quest to save a dying father, as they need to collect water from the Tree of Life. The game has you travelling through all different difficult areas, as one of you controlling the older brother and the other controlling the younger brother. Brothers definitely needs more limelight compared to the others, as I feel like it didn't get as much screen time when it was first released. It came out back in 2013 and it's available for all modern consoles if it is to be played. What I do know is that if I've ever spoke to anyone about the game, they've always had rave reviews about it, and for the length, because it isn't too long, it is a masterpiece. This is the first co-op game that we played, and like I say, it wasn't a long game, we completed it in one sitting. So if you do have that one free day where you can just play a game, this should definitely be the one to pick up. It Takes Two takes on some hard-hitting issues with divorce, and we see it through a child's eyes. You play as two parents, Cody and May, who are on the brink of divorce, and the child, Rose, blames herself for causing this to happen. She then makes two handmade dolls of her parents that when she cries on them, it magically transforms her parents into the dolls. The screen is split into two sections as you travel through your home to try and get back to your daughter. You'll have to work together to solve puzzles and play mini-games along the way. These will always create some extra fun times with a little bit of annoyance if your player 2 wins, so make sure you ask for a rematch if they do. We love this title and we've recommended it to many people for them to give it a try. I think as you live out these parents' lives, it just hits home a little bit more than other games as the subject is very real. The quest isn't one of imagination, it's a quest of trying to rekindle long lost love. Overcooked is a crazy cute cooking game where you and up to 3 other people try to complete the meals being requested by the customers. The game starts simple, but boy oh boy does this game get hard towards the end. It works by giving you a star system telling you how well you did on the level. 1 star is that you only just passed the level, whereas if you want to get 3 stars, you're going to be on your way to becoming a top chef. I'll be honest with you here, this game really does test relationships hard, as if one of you isn't getting the items in time, it's time for the stress monster to pop out. Me and the wife had to put this one on hold for a little while I learnt that it's just a game, but it's never just a game. It's pushing to get all the stars and be the best. I had to do it. This is the definition of couch co-op, as you need to always work together and make sure that you're in perfect sync to get through some of the lava levels at the end. Let me just say this, you've been warned if you do play this game with your significant other. Moving Out is what I'd class as Overcooked's nicer cousin. As whilst the game is still full of teamwork, it's not as stress-inducing when trying to complete the level within the time limit. You are tasked with moving all the furniture out of the building within an allotted time, but to get all the stars in this game, you need to complete optional tasks. This is where the game takes full concentration if you want to go for the gold. It might be don't break any windows or don't touch the tar on the floor, and these get really tricky to complete when we've been mere seconds away from completing one of them, and let me tell you this, one of us will always fail them. Moving Out is perfect for you to test your communication skills and to see if you'd ever be able to make a moving company work.
Imagine a night.
Until Dawn is the one I'd recommend, but you can play any of the Dark Anthology games for this section. The games give you multiple characters that you both choose to play. You will then pass the controller to one another when the game tells you that that character will be playing. Each game in the series are completely different, and it's best to look into which story that you like the look of most, but if you're unsure, Until Dawn is always a great hit. It has a great cast, a fantastic story, and a lot, and I mean a lot, of QuickTime events. This is where it gets interesting for people playing, as you might accidentally get a character killed that you aren't looking after, meaning that your partner will be pretty mad at you for doing that. Just make sure that you time everything perfectly. We managed to get through all of the game just for one of us to die at the end, and while yes, it was my fault, I technically blame the game for getting them killed.
Let me tell you about a very special...
Sackboy is an adventure game that allows you to take on the task of saving Craft World together with up to 3 other friends. This is the most chill game out of the list, I would say, as its learning curve isn't anything too crazy. As long as you learn to jump and hit, you'll be able to get to the end of all the levels. If you have someone who isn't too keen on playing games, this is a great one for them to try first. The humour is funny, you can dress up your Sackboys in different outfits, and it has levels that you play to a song, so it kind of feels like you're playing the song yourself. Sackboy came from Little Big Planet, so if you really enjoy this game, you can go check out the older ones that, while aren't as good, I still think they're awesome titles. KeyWe puts you in the shoes of 2 little Kiwis named Jeff and Deborah that are the latest recruits to the Postal Service. And this isn't your normal run-of-the-mill post office. No, you'll need to crack Morse code, grab letters from rooms that are flooding, and even help an octopus out with sorting letters. The game has multiple different levels, all with their own puzzles that you'll need to master, and like some of the others, they have a star system in place, but in my eyes this is one of the hardest ones for them. We didn't manage to get all the stars in like all the others, so be warned if you are wanting to 100% the game, it's no run in the post office. KeyWe really does have your brain working 100% of the time, as some of the levels get tough. Like, imagine trying to work out missing letters in a note while dodging lightning bolts, and trying not to hit the wrong letter on a typewriter. Yeah, tough, right?
Experience the critically acclaimed
Human Fall Flat is a hilarious platform game where sometimes the most difficult thing to do is just jump directly up. The game requires you to move both your arms with the triggers on the back of the controller, and let's just say it's something that you never truly get good at. You ragdoll around the levels as you head through castles, Aztec temples, and even a full city that you need to turn the power on. But what makes the game truly difficult is the people you play with, as I can guarantee they'll try to grab you and throw you off the map at least 5 times before that level has been completed. You can play with up to 7 people online, but if you're like us, it's easy to figure out the levels when there's just 2 of you.
Solve surreal puzzles alone or with the help or hindrance of a friend in local co-op. Custom.
A Way Out is from the people who made Brothers, and it's an exclusively co-op adventure where you play the role of one of 2 prisoners making their daring escape from the prison. Each player takes control of one of the characters in game, and by working together, you'll need to escape a prison that you're both locked up in. All it takes is for one of you to mess up a timing, and it'll get you both killed, something that happened to us. This game also includes a vast array of minigames that caused our first little gaming argument, as whilst my wife might have beat me the first time, I replayed that minigame over and over until I beat her score, so in my eyes I won, but we'll never agree on this. That there was the list of games that we have been able to complete while in co-op, and games that we absolutely adore and will always recommend to people. Now, the next few titles that you're going to see are games that we did start but didn't finish. Now, that isn't to say that the games aren't fantastic or brilliant. You may have played them and absolutely loved them while playing co-op. It's just that for us, we couldn't get through them, whether it be difficulty level, performance issues. So yeah, take a look at them. If there is any that you like the look of, please give them a whirl because they're still fantastic games. That's the end of the video, folks. If you did stay around to the end, just remember, you're awesome.